Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, and welcome to another episode of Watch and Learn. With the PADI open water cert that I got, I figure I'm going to tackle one more dive thing for Watch and Learn before going on to other topics, and namely, you may have seen these on some watches. I know Citizen does it. It was on some Tauchmeisters that we had. Doxa actually does it on the bezel, but we're talking about this little table that you might see printed on the rubber strap of a dive watch. Depth in meters, ND time, your no decompression time, no deco limits, call it whatever you want. So just a few minutes today to discuss what it is, what it means, and how it works. Honestly, probably very few people actually still use them, as I mentioned in the prior Watch and Learn. I think it was a Watch and Learn. Most people that are recreational diving or tech diving, whatever, use a dive computer. The days of using a dive watch and dive tables, you have to know how to do it, but kind of falling out of favor. So basically, this little table is more or less the recreational dive planner, this part for non-repetitive diving, meaning you're going to dive once today, you're not going back in the water, for 18 hours or so, so all the nitrogen gets out of you. But all this stuff over here and all this stuff back here, that's all for repetitive diving a second time in a day before the nitrogen can leave your bloodstream. But so today we're going to talk about this little table. Like I said, it is just for single dive. So how does it work? Just really quickly, I know I just discussed it in the last video, but the dive bezel has nothing to do with your air. The amount of air you have left is judged by your pressure gauge, which varies with your depth. But when we talk about timing a dive, the bottom time is from the time you descend from the surface to the time you start your ascent. That is considered bottom time. And for the sake of using the dive table or this little thing here, you assume your entire dive is at the deepest part of your dive. So on your dive console, you have a console that's attached to your tank. It's got a depth meter on it. That depth meter always records the deepest depth that you've been at. So you could be at 40 feet and you've been as deep as 60 feet. There's a little needle that'll say you've been at 60, even though you're currently at 40. So what happens? So let's say you're diving and you've set your bezel for the dive start, and now you look and you look down, and let's say you have no dive computer, and forget the crown. You've been down for 34 minutes or so. Okay, so you check your depth meter. Your depth meter says, let's say you're in the metric land, because that's what this is. Let's say your depth meter says you've been as deep as 24 meters. So you look over here to the right. The orange number next to 24 is 40 minutes. So the maximum time you can spend at a depth of 24 meters is 40 minutes without requiring decompression. Recreational divers, like the certification I attained, even advanced open water, we're not supposed to decompress at all. Everything we do is supposed to be a no decompression dive, unless your dive computer tells you otherwise. So you would know that, wow, I've got 5 minutes left before I'd have to start decompression stop. So I better, maybe I should call it a day and head on up, start my ascent and my safety stops and stuff. And likewise, if you were at, 30 meters, you'd see your ND time is 25 minutes. You've overspent it. Now you're in trouble. It's too late at this point. But that's what this little table is. It's really just a reference of no decompression. Now, if I did spend a minute to look at all these numbers. These are in feet, and then these numbers, they don't all match. The PADI numbers and the NAUI numbers differ from the U.S. Navy tables, which is where all this originally comes from. They all differ by a few minutes, but this would be the chart. The best chart is the one that you have. There's really not a whole bunch of human testing that's done in present day to figure out what the dive table should be. So you just use it as a good reference. Anyway, that's about it. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you what the ND table is that might be on your rubber watch strap. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below, and I'll be sure to address them as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.